What brought you to Singapore, Damian? Why did you decide to come here?
Well, I guess switching, it's kind of the combination of a kind of life's journey. 20 odd years ago, I had the opportunity when I was working at Pfizer to actually set up a phase 1 unit here as part of that sort of translational clinical pharmacology efforts that we were doing within Pfizer at that time. And we were particularly thinking about how possible Asian phenotypes might be a critical component of understanding about how drugs work. Perhaps we were a little early in our thinking because obviously that has become mainstream now, but that was my first introduction to Singapore. Subsequently, when I was working at Bayer, we created a collaboration with a number of translational scientists and clinical investigators who again were very much thinking about Asian prevalent tumors, how we might approach these with targeted therapies, and that also built up a real knowledge for me in the context of what was really happening on the ground here in Singapore in that way. Tremendous science, tremendous translational science, really bringing sort of key insights into targeted therapies for Asian-specific tumors, and ultimately then also understanding where A-star was coming from and trying to translate science, basic science, into really things that would be useful in the context of patients and society as a whole. As the opportunity arose for me to come to Singapore, then at the end of this career, I felt, well, I'd lived and worked in the US, I'd lived and worked in Europe. It would kind of be cool now to come and live and work in Singapore.
How do you see EDDC playing a catalytic role, bringing the ecosystem together? What do you think we offer to the community here in Singapore?
Yeah, I think really the whole context here is about having a deep knowledge of what it takes to translate science into potential therapeutics. And so what is in EDDC is that sort of technical knowledge, expertise across different functions, which are critical in that translational sense. And so therefore we can engage and understand from the scientific inventors, what are they thinking in the context of their idea? Not least of which, where do they think it will end up? Because that's an important component here, is where's the commercialization prospects for this? How will it fit into the context of the sort of current treatments for that patient? And of course, what you're trying to do is look down the road. You're almost looking at a crystal ball, trying to think about in 5, 6, 8 years' time, where might that fit? So you're having to do certain predictive knowledge based on past how things have come in that disease area. The reality is that people say it takes 10,000 ideas to get one drug. That means 9,999 scientists are going to be disappointed. We don't want that disappointment coming late. What we want to have is a kind of a discussion where we can see where the issues and challenges are, and to collectively try and build a joint effort to really give us a chance to succeed here.
We've made it a lot more flexible for potential partners to access all the different capabilities and platforms here at EDDC. Would you like to speak a little bit about that?
I think what we're saying is, look, you can plug in at different points. We've created this ERO sort of platform where simply almost as a service, you can use different platforms, HGS, X-ray crystallography, different platforms we have available. If you just need to use that one kind of plug and play type effort, equally well, we can do end-to-end. So our flexibility is whatever you need, whatever you think you need, we're there for you. If you want us to be a partner for that project all the way through the life cycle, that's great. Equally well, if you only want to dip in and dip out and use certain components, we're there too. Ultimately, our task is to try and help the ecosystem sort of advance the ideas, build up the credibility that we have great science that is translating here in Singapore. And that's part of the ethos of what we're now trying to bring. We want to be part of that sort of catalyzing of those efforts. And therefore, whatever works, whatever you need, we're there to help.